see Michael in the race. Nice.
Oh, yeah? I'll let him know you're
After
looking
a
for
win.
him.
I've never seen Matt win.
Great. Thank you all for joining us today. We've got Mr. Head Coach Caleb Porter. Chase, would you like to start us off with a question?
Sure. Caleb, just it seemed from the opening whistle there was kind of a different type of aggression that we saw at the end of last year, but really just at the end of last year. How pleased were you with just kind of the mentality the team came out with?
Yeah, I'm very pleased. Thought we came out with passion and intensity, but it was in a controlled way, in an organized way. And that was very important. I've been in a lot of these opening games, and obviously last year you saw the opening of the stadium, and I thought sometimes we let the emotion get the best of us, you know, and it's great to have emotion and passion, but you can't be emotional. And I thought we were very professional, and we executed extremely well. We had the right type of energy, which allowed us to have the right type of execution. And we always feel like if we execute, and we have players to execute, 9 out of 10 times we're going to execute. And I thought we executed today extremely well. Defensively, we were organized. In the attack, I thought we played through them in the right ways. Really pleased with the work rate and the fight and our fitness and our mentality. That was very good. It's nice to get the first 3 points at home. It's nice to get a clean sheet. It's nice to get 4 goals, hit the back of the net. Thought we should have scored more. Maybe the one takeaway, I thought in the 60th to 75th minute-ish, we lost a little bit our grip on the game. Probably had to do with maybe the red, they sat in, and you know the game was pretty much to bed, but you know I want us to continue to have that 90 minutes plus killer instinct, and I thought we did that in the start of the game, first 65 minutes and the end, but I thought we lost a little bit the knife between our teeth, so to speak, in that period, and that was disappointing. But other than that, you know, I can't say much else bad. I felt, you know, we played a good team. They're a playoff team. Can't forget that. And I think, you know, they're better than the scoreline showed today. They're going to give a lot of teams problems this year, but I thought we executed extremely well. We played in the gaps and behind their wing backs, and we let them come out, and we pressed them in the right ways at the right moments to create transitions. All credit to the players. 100% credit to the players. They came to play today, and I've been telling you guys this is a good team. I've been telling you this is a team that's going to be hungry, a team that has chemistry, a team that can score goals. And I think on this day, we showed that. Doesn't mean we'll do it next week automatically. It's just one step. It's one step. So we now have to do it on the road next week.
And to get the wingers involved like they were today, how much does that just kind of allow Lucas to be the kind of connector to get into the final third, and then he can kind of be a guy who receives a pass in the box rather than being the guy who's crossing the ball and trying to be the final pass?
Yeah, I think it opens up space for Lucas, like you said. When you have wingers now that can threaten and be goal dangerous. Derek was excellent. I think he had a goal and an assist on the day. Yaboa, the first goal came through him, you know, or the second goal, I forget. You know, but he unlocked the opponent many times. You know, still at times in the final third, I want to see our sharpness be a bit better there. Miggy got his first goal. I know it was deflection, but it's all him. Lucas got a goal, Derek a goal. So it's just great to see, you know, and I thought the guys off the bench, Luis Diaz getting a goal as well. I mean, we're even with last year, after 34 games, with some guys, their goal production after one game. So let's keep that going. And but I think it's great to see a couple wingers chip in and be a part of our best actions today. And that opens up Lucas. It means we have goals coming from different guys in different positions in many different ways, which makes us, you know, unpredictable. But we for sure opted for execution today. We didn't, you know, sometimes these first games, you try to be too cute. You come up with these tactical twists that are, you know, you think are great ideas. We went with basically what we felt was our best group in our best system, game one. Now game two, we're gonna look at the opponent, we're gonna look at our personnel, and maybe we throw a wrinkle in. We'll see. But today was about executing, and even if they knew maybe how we were gonna play, for me, that doesn't matter. If we have the right guys playing, we can execute no matter what.
Thomas and Adam?
Congrats on the win, Coach. You mentioned coming to the season that it was going to be week to week between Barry and Zardes for the starting role up front. What did Barry show to get the first start at home, starting off the season over Zardes? And then when Zardes is coming in, what do you kind of tell him in that sub role?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, first of all, I've said this, we have two very good strikers. That's a strength of this team, not a weakness. There's no controversy at all. Both are good guys, both want to be in this club. Both want to play, but both are very professional, and they're about the team. Many times if you have two good strikers, if one guy's not playing, he's a problem. But, Giassi and Miggy are bought in. I've had many discussions with both of them about the fact that it's going to be a week-to-week decision. Sometimes it's going to be tactical. Sometimes it's going to be their current form. But if we start one, the other one's coming in, and fortunately we have two guys that all they care about is the team. And they care about this club, and I think you saw that with Giassi, how he came in the game. There's no issues. You're not going to see him, pout. You're not going to see him, talk things in the pressers. You're not going to get any of that. These are two very good players, and they want to win. What went into the decision? It was simple for me. In looking at last year, our last 3 games of the year, who was playing, what was the chemistry like, and granted, Giassi had an injury, obviously, but Miggy was playing extremely well. He's proven to be an excellent defender, a very good hold-up player. Thought he battled for balls in the air. I thought there were many times we played into him and he popped it off very cleanly. Him and Lucas link up extremely well, and he's good. He's good in the box, and he can run with the ball as well. So he's a very talented player. I felt like, I owed him the start because of the end of last year. And this kid's only going to get better. He's only going to get better and better and better and better. And Giassi will still start some games because he's a very good player. But I'd be silly to not play this kid, Miguel Barry, a lot of minutes this year.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach, when you jump out to an early lead like that in the game and really get a win to start your season, how much momentum does that locker room have already? Day one, game one.
Yeah, I think it's very important just to understand this is going to be a long season. 10 months, it's 34 games. There are going to be ups and downs. We're feeling good today. The fans are feeling good today. But it's about game 34 after that match being where we need to be. So we'll keep our highs lower today. We'll be professional. We'll enjoy this, and then we'll get back to work. We're training tomorrow. We've got about 10 guys that are going to get an inter-squad match versus Crew 2 tomorrow to keep them fit. And then it's on to next week. It's on to the road. And we need to be better on the road. It's very important that we get our first 3 points on the road now.
A couple of welcome returns in the midfield today was like having Artur back and then also getting Aiden.
Huge. Both those guys, I said it last year, are massive to how we play. I've never seen a good team that doesn't have a midfield, kind of ball winner. And, Marlon became that last year for us. That's why we played him, but Artur's a different level of quality, both sides of the ball, and a huge leader. And the chemistry, I think you saw the chemistry between him, Darlington, and Lucas. 2020 when we won MLS Cup, that was probably the best midfield in the league. And I always feel like the games are kind of decided centrally. That's where your engine room, and that's where the build-up happens. That's also where you're ball winning and where we rip the heart out of the opponent. And I just thought, it looked fluid and cohesive like we thought it would. A lot of guys playing today that won an MLS Cup. But great to see some new guys too. Yao, I thought, was lively, sharp. Should have had a goal, better touch in the box. It's a goal, but he was always around it, always a threat. Even obviously on the red card, you know, was in behind and just needs to get fit. You know, you saw second half, we needed him to, you know, repeated sprinting. He just, you know, he's only been 3 weeks training with us, you know, so he's only 60 minutes fit. He's going to be a good player. I thought Milos actually, I told him this, he's not going to be this guy that jumps out at you, but I'm telling you guys, if you know football and you watch central defenders, this guy's everywhere he needs to be. He doesn't have a wrong step. I mean, he's blocking shots. He's every aerial duel. He's just fighting with Cavallini, who's a handful. You know, he is just a throwback, hard-nosed central defender, and I don't think it's a coincidence we got a clean sheet today.
Tyler, last question.
Looking ahead now, you said earlier, you guys kind of lost the grip a little bit in the second half. What can you guys do to kind of get that back, knowing that you guys are on the road next week?
Well, I think we ended well, you know, so I think we got it back. It's just, for me, again, I'm looking for the perfect game. I thought we had a 75 minutes, about as perfect as you're gonna get, but 15 minutes, the coach in me says, you know, I didn't like the rhythm of that. I thought a couple guys came in and looked nervy. And we stopped kind of playing, you know, and our urgency when we need a goal or when we need a win is the level goes, you know, very high. But I think sometimes we, you know, can let teams hang around, and they had a couple set pieces at 2-0 corners. Again, going back to our mentality, those are moments that maybe last year we would have gone 2-1, you know? So I thought in those moments our mentality was excellent. Aloy, you know, Milos, Jonah, a lot of that comes from those guys. But I didn't like a couple of the balls we gave away, and you know, we're up a man and we're passing the ball around, not really getting behind them or penetrating. So I think at the end we got 2 more goals, and I thought we got our grip back on the game. But we got to look at that middle part, because for me it was just a little bit kind of slow and not what I wanted.
Thanks, Caleb. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, Caleb.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Caleb.
Can I say one more thing? Oh, one more thing, I just want to thank the fans. Obviously, unbelievable, and glad we could get them the 3 points, and I hope they continue coming and supporting us. And we have a very good team this year, so stick with us and keep coming like they did tonight, because for sure our energy, a lot of it came from them. That was a great crowd, and it was cold, and I know a lot of people could have just stayed at home and watched it on TV, but it meant a lot that they came, so we appreciate that. I want to say thank to Nordeca and our supporters. They were awesome today.